Darren and Cristina, congratulations
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
on Science Fair. I love this documentary, one of my favorite this year.
Thank you so much.
Now, talk a bit about how do you feel about the reaction and responses that this documentary has been receiving since Sundance and South by Southwest?
It's just nuts. It's crazy. It's surreal.
Beyond anything we expected. We were a very small crew who made this film. We worked with a very small team, and to see the responses has gotten in the last few months has been really surreal. It's been incredible. But I mean, the audiences have really responded to the film. We think because the kids are just so incredible in it, and it's just been a wild ride.
When I watch this film, this international science fair feels like Comic-Con for science, This is an amazing event. I need to check it out one of these years. Talk a bit about selecting these individuals that you're going to feature in the documentary.
Sure. So science fair. So the reason we made this movie is that I competed for 2 years myself in high school, and it totally changed my life. And through the dark years of high school, it was kind of like a lifeboat for me. And when I got there, I found I felt like I had finally found my tribe and people who understood me. And we were finally celebrated like rock stars for even though we were science nerds. And so when I became an adult, I thought, this would be a great world to share with people and to continue celebrating these science fair kids. And Darren is an investigative journalist. We both have nothing to do with happy movies. We've never done happy movie before in our lives. And I told him about this little world, and he immediately was like, well, we got to do this. This sounds amazing. And so we went and scouted, and we at the 2016 fair, and he got it, and we've both wanted to make this love letter to the science fair world over the past 2 years. So to answer your question, in order to cast, it was a challenge because there are 2,000 kids from 78 countries from around the world that compete. So we wanted to show kind of a diversity, a range of experience that goes into it. So kids from some of the best schools in the country, and kids from under-resourced schools. One team is from a poor little town in Brazil. One team is from the best science research high school in the world, which is Jericho High School. So there's really a range of different experiences.
I want to ask, so the winner every year, besides the recognition and the jubilation that comes with it, what are some of the other rewards for the winner, for Best in Fair?
Well, first of all, there's a $75,000 top prize when you win the Best in Fair. So that's a nice little chunk of change, when you're 18. 17
Yeah.
years old. At any age, it's a nice chunk of change, don't get me wrong.
Of course.
But then obviously, it opens up for all these kids, just getting to ISF is such an accomplishment in and of itself. And it opens up so many opportunities for these kids. This is a real recruiting ground for colleges, for industry. Out of this fair alone, more than 500 patents came out of this fair. So these kids are really doing cutting-edge research, graduate level and beyond research, and the stuff that they're discovering in their research is really going to have an impact. So aside from the recognition, we really are in awe of the impact that these kids are going to have on our lives in the future.
That's fantastic. Especially in this day and age, we need to put more emphasis on science and math and all that knowledge. So for the person or the people who do not get to be Best in Fair, what happened to them afterwards? Do they still get spotlight on their Zika virus research?
Yeah, I think one of the kids in the movie says it best when he says, if you're at science fair just to win the prize, you're totally missing the point of science fair.
Yeah.
For a lot of kids, this is the first time in their life where they get to speak to a scientific expert on their subject. So a lot of them are there just to learn and really converse with people who are, for the first time, functioning on their level. I think a lot of times kids don't have somebody who really understands the work that they're doing until they get to the international fair. And for some kids, just being there is winning. I mean, the team from Brazil, for example, they won their national fair to make it to the international fair. And so for them, being there was a huge deal. But a lot of the projects go on to do amazing things. Like Darren said, 500 patents came out of the fair that we filmed in alone. And so a lot of this stuff goes on to be real science that ends up having lasting impacts in our world. So it's a really big deal.
Yeah.
And ISEF is a competition, but more than that, it's an amazing place for these kids to exchange ideas and to sort of benefit from learning from other people, their peers, and also obviously leaders in their fields. So on that level, it's just like this incredible experience that these kids have. Aside from the fact they also get to go away from home and travel to, in this case, Los Angeles for a week. And be treated like rock stars. So I think for many kids, it's just like a really affirming experience of all the research and all the time they put in. Was for something really special.
Last question: will your next film be something of this magnitude as well, or you said you haven't made film until this point?
Well, we hope so. We've made television documentaries,
Okay.
And he's a very amazing investigative producer who's made really groundbreaking, amazing stuff. So we hope to, this has definitely opened up a new field of documentaries for us. I think we both hope to do some more happy stuff because we're seeing just how much, happy can have an impact too. So yes, I think there's a lot more from us, but I don't know.
We have a lot of ideas.
A lot of ideas.
But we're just enjoying the ride of this one right now. So.
Well, thank you so much for your time and congratulations on Science Fair.